A few quick updates today on things that have been going on. So first of all, on the capacity here in Portsmouth and across Hampshire in coping with this pandemic as it reaches the peak of the virus. So first of all, as we've seen with the Excel Centre and the opening of the new Nightingale Hospital in London, we are going to have a new field hospital built in Hampshire, should be opened by the middle of April, and that will have high dependency beds, including extra ventilators, so that if our hospitals in Hampshire, Basingstoke, Portsmouth, Southampton and the Isle of Wight reach capacity, there will be spare beds there. In Portsmouth, a community hospital with up to 300 beds will be opened. There's been talk about that being on the site of the former St James's Hospital. That will not be the location. It's going to be on the other side of the city in Hilsey, and there will also be additional mortuary space created. Now, importantly, the rules have changed for registering a death. You no longer need to go in person to the registry office to do this. It's now possible to register a death online, so that's making it easier for people during this incredibly difficult time. Now, the council has also decided to keep parks and open spaces open because so many of us in Portsmouth don't have gardens, and we therefore find it difficult to get access to good quality outdoor space. So whilst the council is absolutely advising that people go out and keep the 2-metre distance and only go out when it's absolutely urgent, parks are being kept open at this time, but please be sensible and limit trips out of your home to essential ones only. There's been questions about the homeless. So yes, new support coming in. We have beds for all the homeless and rough sleepers in Portsmouth every night of the year anyway. But during this time, new rules have come in where we now need to provide individual spaces for the homeless. So we've got an arrangement with a hotel in Portsmouth and a second hotel coming on board as well. We're just finalising that now. So that's really good news, meaning that the homeless will have individual spaces to stop any kind of contamination amongst them as well with passing on of the virus. Now, information for businesses. So great news that the government have providing the grant support funding. There's been a little bit of a hiatus in terms of that getting passed on to businesses in the city, and I've had some people contacting me about that. So an important update for them. The delay has come from the software. We use a software system called Northgate. It's great at collecting money in, but it's not so good at giving money out. Now, 90% of the councils in the country use the Northgate system, and Northgate are just finishing off writing the software. We should have it by the end of the week, which means we should be able to start issuing the grant funding next week. And we've had the £6 million from the government, so we've got the money in the council bank account. That arrived at the end of last week. So 2 grants. One, if you are a registered small business and you register for small business rates relief, you should be entitled to a grant of up to £10,000. So if you have a rateable value up to £15,000, you should get that 10k grant. Secondly, businesses with a rateable value up to £51,000 will qualify for either £10,000 or £25,000 grants per property in the business. So that's really important as well. And you can, my advice in terms of making sure that you're in the chain to get this money as and when the software is sorted out, is you go and visit www.portsmouth.gov.uk/business funding. We've also got a helpline that's open 12 hours a day, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. So you can also phone up and speak to a member of staff at the council, and I will share that number with you as well. So please do get in contact if you've got any questions, anything you want to ask me, any suggestions for future videos. Also, in terms of parking, we know that parking is a massive issue at the moment. I did say this the other day, but a quick reminder. All of the parking zones have been suspended. You can't park on WLOs, you can't park in disabled bays. You will get a ticket from traffic wardens for that, but you can park in an area outside of your normal zone. Also, schools are opening up car parks. We're working with schools and other spaces, privately owned spaces in the city that might be good for parking. If you know one in your area, send me an email and I can pass it on to the traffic team. My email address is info@donnajones.org.uk. You can also message me on Twitter, on Facebook or on Messenger. So please do get in contact. And finally, please share this update so that other people get to see the information too. Thank you.